Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. We do want to thank you for joining us tonight, Friday, 22nd of July, 2022. It's a Fire Friday, and it's also our relationship segment by public demands, viewers. It's back tonight. So we decided to do a little something different tonight. Hopefully from 7:30 tonight, you're going to call in and we're going to discuss a little relationship segment. What do you think about that? 2386716 viewers is the number to call in live on the program. We want to hear from you tonight, viewers. Now remember, I am a licensed money lender. I'm licensed to lend money. Those of you interested can contact me at 2386716 or 3391670. You can contact me also at 2427690. It is our South office. They are open from Monday to Friday from 8:30 to 4 p.m. viewers. Also on Saturday from 8:30 to 12 noon. Our Shoguna's office open from Monday to Friday from 8:30 to 4:30 viewers. Also on Saturday from 8:30 to 12 noon. And also remember, we are offering 3.5% viewers on a fixed deposit system that is set up in our company, Real Talk Group of Company. So remember that, call a friend, call your family viewers and let them know you're getting 3.5% by Saieed and Real Talk Group of Company. At the end of 3 years, you're getting 10.5%. Imagine that. 10.5%. So if you invest in 100,000, how much are you getting? 10,500. Where in Trinidad are you going to get that? Think about it. So viewers, as we are about to start our program tonight, I just want to encourage you to share our live stream from Monday to Friday. Share our live stream. Just go into your Facebook account, type in Real Talk with Saieed Ali. When our page pops up, you just like and share it. That's all you do. Like and share. Also on YouTube, TT Real Talk, subscribe, hit the bell, and you would know when we go live. So viewers, our relationship topic from 7:30 tonight, I'm gonna drop the ball one time. So when you hear 7:30 reach, we're gonna be dealing with this issue. How long does it take before becoming intimate with someone? You know, our parents would say, well, you know, bring home the boy. We want to know who is the girl. We want to know how long will you lie in. From 7:30, we're going to deal with that. I want to hear the younger ones, the younger generation tonight. So as we start off, we're going straight down to Hines. Minister of National Security Fitzgerald Hines have stated that while the country has maintained its position in the U.S. Trafficking in Person Report 2022 from last year, the government made significant stride in hopes of doing better. Hines said, some of the steps taken by the country between last year and this year was training and sensitizing persons, broadening the opportunity of detecting the offense of screening persons. He added that those efforts were not considered enough to move TNT to the ranking in 2020. TNT was ranked tied 2 and dropped last year. The report stated that the government has never convicted a trafficker under its 2011 anti-trafficking laws, with corruption and official conflict in trafficking crimes. Now, remaining significant concern to address the issue, the report suggested that the state increased effort to investigate, prosecute, and convict traffickers, including complicit officials. If you have officials in it, I mean, they need to go down. They need to go down. Because I will tell you something. It will take anybody to be a trafficker, you know. Anybody taken to be a trafficker, you know. Look at when the Venezuelans and them were leaving Venezuela and coming to Trinidad. Remember, the former Attorney General, Faraz Al-Rawi, stated that he had the boat number, he had the boat name, he had the transport number, he had the maxi number, he had the maxi name, he had the owner of the house. Bringing in illegal immigrants. And what became of that? Absolutely nothing. So if from the AG now it didn't stop, you think he will stop now? I am not saying the AG is involved, but the AG had sufficient information. He had sufficient information to pass it down to law enforcement officers to act on it. And what happened? But we want to combat human trafficking in Trinidad and Tobago when the AG had information, when he was in power, and they did absolutely nothing. We had illegal immigrants. Caller, good night.
Very good evening to you, Mr. Saieed.
To you, my friend.
I want to add one more thing to your resume, and that is mind reading. Because this is exactly what I was going to tell you and remind you. Are you hearing me, sir?
I hear you loud and clear.
Right, and one more thing, Saieed, just a light in the evening. Saieed, one morning you wake up, and you're going through your phone or your social media or whatnot, and you see Trinidad on eBay for sale, boy, would you be surprised?
I wouldn't be surprised. Caller, thank you so much. I wouldn't be surprised. Hear this now. The pitch lake. The pitch from in the pitch lake. Leaving Trinidad. Going China. They're putting it in barrel. And I believe it's 4,000 US. Per barrel. Or per ton or something like that. I saw the documents. Just imagine that our pitch going to China and it's on sale. What happened to our pitch road in Trinidad? Do we have access to the pitch lake? That is one of our resources right here in Trinidad. What the hell happened to the pitch? Oh, Saieed, you mustn't say nothing. Stay quiet. It's Fire Friday tonight. Well, let's say something now. Say something. The former Attorney General had information. What did he do with it? He resigned now, holding a different portfolio. What become of all that information? Fitzgerald Hines come on the scene now. The new Minister of National Security. Oh, there is so much number of gangs. There are so much individuals in the gangs. All that is intel. Are they acting on the intel? No. Saieed, how you could say they're not acting? How long now since the Commissioner of Griffith we hearing that? Griffith come and gone. And we still hearing it. Stuart Young come and gone, and we still hearing it. Stuart Young saying, well, it has so much a gang, it has so much a people, it has so much a gun. Stuart, he come, he serving 5 years, he gone, Hines coming, and it's the same report we getting. Anybody do anything about it? Absolutely not. But Saieed, you must not come on television and you must not label the Ministers of National Security because they are doing a very good job. Not one gang has been dismantled in Trinidad and Tobago for the last 7 years. If I am lying, you call in and tell me, Saieed, you're lying. Call in. I will take my wrong. As big as I is, I will take my wrong. Hines said the government studies last year's report and addressed the concerns, but it was not enough. Hines, what concern you studying? Your constituency, I even want to see you. You talking about concern? And keep in mind Trinidad and Tobago, Hines is the one who said, it is not my job to keep the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago safe. And let's talk now. If I was a member of parliament in this PNM administration, I would have tell the Prime Minister, here we're going on, you see that man? Because of the statement that man made, I am resigning my position because I am being looked at as a fool. I am being embarrassed by my own colleague. Why am I staying there? You think money going to pay for my character? No, I'm going back where I was before. They don't have the guts. They don't have the guts. And then you want to tell me now, Saeed, oh, don't say nothing, this, that, the next, the other. Hush your mouth and listen to me. I'm brave enough to say it. You aren't brave enough to act, but I know how to act. Desperate to stop the government from shutting down the industry, the Scrap Iron Dealers Association is threatening to report dealers who buy stolen metal to the police. Association President Alan Ferguson stated that it will not be difficult to find these errant dealers, as he announced a list of self-regulated measures that the Trinidad and Tobago Scrap Iron Dealers Association will take to try to stop the thief. The statement came after the association met with a cabinet subcommittee which appointed after Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley announced that the government would move to shut down scrap iron industry if thief of the state infrastructure does not stop. Listen to this.
As a matter of national security, I have asked the Attorney General to consider whether we should not, from here on in, and for some restricted period of time, prevent the marketing of used metals in Trinidad and Tobago. I have asked the Attorney General to look at it, to see what is available to the government, so that we can try and protect the population from this kind of behavior.
So that was the Prime Minister making his statement. And I don't blame the Prime Minister, you know. Even though I just put him on the spot. But I ain't blaming him. You see, there's too much cable thief, too much copper thief. And we are having problems with transactions online. We are having problems with internet. We are having problems with cables. And I don't blame the Prime Minister for stepping up his game. Ferguson said the association was moving to make scrap metal collectors easier identifiable by assessing them special sticker. The association also wants all dealers and collectors to register so they can be given registration number that they can use while carrying out their legitimate business deals. Collectors will also have to present proof of purchase to sell their metal. Ferguson also lobbying that the state to increase the life of scrap metal dealers' license from 1 year to 5 years. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Saeed.
Go right ahead, you're live on Real Talk.
Mr. Saeed, I would like to ask something. They say that whenever you have murder or what anything, you refer to Minister of Health.
Apparently, they have to go to the Minister of Health now.
Yes. So the Minister of Health, will stop murder out of the country. You just tell me that.
It's easy, you know. Thank you, caller. Violent crime became a public health emergency. Public health emergency for violent crime. If we have a virus outbreak, how are we going to name that? How are we going to name that? There was a violent outbreak of, let's just say, dengue fever. And we had to go to Jacob to report it. We had a violent outbreak of dengue fever in Trinidad and Tobago. So now we had to go to the acting commissioner, McDonald Jacob, to report a violent outbreak of dengue fever, yellow fever, mumps, measles. Hey, how come they didn't go by Jacob and report an outbreak of COVID-19 in Trinidad and Tobago? A violent outbreak of COVID-19 in Trinidad and Tobago. All I talk now. You think Saeed noticed? No, Saeed not stupid. Hey, I just keep on telling all you. As a man, they speak in 6 different languages. I studied and studied and studied. I born gifted. When I tell you stand up there, stand up there. If I say run, well, just make sure you have enough gas in your engine to pull out. I just tell my hey, let me hear this now. I just tell my workers as it is, and when they're playing nonsense or they're acting the fool, I just say, hey, so and so and so, we're going to tell you. Sometimes they had a little personal problem going on because of the fact that I'm gifted. I just know what's going on. You don't have to tell me what's going on. I know what you're doing before you even do it. Remember when I was telling all, hey, careful, I'm going to get an accident, you know. All they thought I was joking. All they thought I was joking. Terrence the Helsing. Hey, Toz, how are you going? Good night. Never director. Hey, Toz, but you never put out a picture for the public to see who's the new director, right? Come now, man. It's fine. Tonight, we're dealing with a little, we have a little relationship topic after. Just pop up a picture in the image, let the public see how handsome a director is now. Come now, man. Come now, man. Don't do that now, man. You just do a good job. You just do a good job. Chop a little picture. Let us see who's this flex man now. Hey, viewers, watch me. I'm happy tonight, you know. I'm happy tonight. I'm happy tonight. It's Fire Friday. It's a lover's night. Like I told you last night. By the second week in September, follow me closely on the camera shot. By the second week in September, Real Talk Credit Union will be birthed right here in Trinidad and Tobago in Shabonas. Take what I'm telling all you. Hey, watch me. It don't have nothing could come in my way in the way of Saieed Ali, a man who does do spirit work, to stop me from getting what I want. If I tell you I will move mountain for you, trust me, I will move mountain for you. Trust me. And when I come and I tell you, hey, you're doing X, Y, and Z, don't doubt me because I see you doing it. That is the good thing about Saieed. That is why I could come here now without having to worry who coming to shoot Saieed or who coming to execute Saieed. I don't want to worry about that. You can't go wrong with churn again, you know, because I made a statement. You go wrong them, I will... Not me, Not me. But the Spirit of God that flows with me, they're going to put you in a chair, sit down, like the three of them who came after my son. You know why I had to say that? To remind Trinidad and Tobago, you don't come after me. You don't come after my children. This is not a violent outbreak of dengue, you know. This is not a violent outbreak of crime, you know. This is a man, don't bounce your head with. I will show you. My girl is always tell me, she says, Saieed, you're a man with length near rope with people. You go length near rope, you go treat them nice, you go make them feel love, and the day they make a mistake or lie for you, you just cut them out. That's just me. Ask my staff, they will tell you that. They will tell you that. Call her good night.
Good night, Mr. Saieed.
Go right ahead.
Mr. Saieed, when the sugar industry was existing, young people go and get in this thing they call badge to cut cane, and the sugar industry was progressing. Now you say that slavery is done, it's gone. Now you're telling the farmers that all plant 5,000 acres of rice now. You have plenty of water in the country now. Well, what do you think about the government?
Thank you, my friend. So viewers, all you feel that was a back, you feel the strapper and dealer was a bacchanal? Let me drop a little bombshell for you. Housing Minister Camille Robinson Regis have stated that if delinquent Housing Development Corporation homeowners and tenants pay more than $1 billion in arrears, the corporation can in turn look to payment more than $1 billion, which is owed to the contractor of construction and upgrade works on HUC facility. So here it is. Robinson Regis stated that the HUC was owed over $1 billion in arrears accumulated over the past 6 years. So Trinidad and Tobago, listen to this, listen how delinquent the HGC Corporation is. Over $1 billion in arrears over 6 years. We ain't talking about 6 weeks. We ain't talking about 6 months. We're talking about 6 long years. Over $1 billion they're supposed to collect, and they're not collecting nothing. She said the huge sum is preventing the ministry and HGC from paying more than $1 billion owed to contractors. So Camille, who you want to blame for that? If your department, Camille, if your department and your workers ain't doing what they're supposed to do, who you gonna blame for that? You're gonna blame Saieed for that? You're gonna blame Real Talk for that? You're gonna blame Shoguna's Borough for that? You're gonna blame the Alsing for that? No, Camille. You cannot do that. 6 long years and you gonna tell me $100 a month and you can't pay? Camille, you best you resign and go home, girl. What is called she, lady? Your minister, however it is called she. Resign and go home. You go tell me as a contractor, I do work for all you, and 6 years now I can't get my money? Because your staff cannot do the damn job properly? Call her good night.
Good night, Saieed.
Go right ahead, you're live on Real Talk.
Right, I call it on Tunapuna.
Tunapuna, welcome.
Right, let me show you something that Saieed. You see people in this country, there's a bunch of hypocrites. And I will tell you why I say that. The statement Kamala Prasad Vishesha said concerning the lawyers and police, food and whatnot. You remember? You see how the Law Association come, I saw on the news tonight, they call on she to apologize and withdraw the statement and whatnot. You saw it, Saieed?
Correct, go ahead.
Now, let me tell you why I'm saying that. When the Law Association moved that vote of no confidence in the Attorney General, you remember what the Prime Minister said? The Prime Minister, Kate Rowley, said, he said, I would like to know if they're having a vote, because I would like to have a vote of no confidence in the Law Association. Nobody can come up and open their blasting mouth and criticize it for Israel Khan and all of them. And all of them who now jumping on Kamala Road and telling she to withdraw the statement and whatnot. The Prime Minister, imagine that, you telling the Law Association that you have no confidence in them. And nobody has said nothing. Saieed, let me come to the next point is this. When, Jesus Christ, the Law Association.
I'm not going to cut you in, I thought you were
No. All them supposed to come together, sit down and review this whole issue. And you come and talk now. Look, Camille Robinson Reddy. Could you imagine that the AGC overstepped me $100?
Thank you, caller.
What these programs?
I understand what you're saying, but we are a little behind time. It's almost 7:30 and I want to get our relationship segment going. So here is viewers, Dr. Dial Singh. With reinfection of characteristic for the Omicron COVID-19 variant and its more transmittable subvariant BA.5 rapidly gaining dominance, Minister of Health Terence Dial Singh have stated that it is unlikely that TNT will get another donation of Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine. Listen to this minister.
Pfizer vaccines, we will continue to look and see if we can get supplies. Right? But I did ask the population, I did advise the population that these are going to expire on June 30th. So take advantage of it. And our tagline was, don't delay, vaccinate today. People have chosen to delay. So the 12 to 18 booster program cannot continue at this time. But for the 18 and over, we do have J&J and Sinopharm, which are perfectly safe to be boosted with.
Now viewers, the minister also added that the ministry will continue to host weekly media conference publish reliable information on its website and urge the population once more to get vaccinated and boosted. Listen to this.
We continue to urge everybody to get vaccinated who are eligible to be vaccinated. We continue to watch the figures, but it seems that 49.9% of the population has made up their minds, but we continue to provide the information. We are here today again. We have not stopped the press conferences. We continue to engage people at the level of the RHAs. We continue to engage people at the level of outreaches. 109 health centers are open. The Ministry of Health's website is full of reliable information, not misinformation. And so we urge people to simply get vaccinated.
Now, we're moving on to Prime Minister. Prime Minister Saieed Ali have stated Cabinet might cap the government subsidy to the price at the pump paid by drivers to $1 billion. Dr. Rowley stated that if the world market goes up to exceed this $1 billion cap, then the consumer will have to pay the difference. Listen to this.
With respect to the fuel subsidy in this situation, at $300 million a month, and the possibility of it going higher, the Cabinet is taking a decision that we could, in providing assistance on the fuel side, and given the volatility of the market, we could set a cap as to how much we are prepared of the public earnings, extraordinary earnings, we will divert to supporting the fuel reserves. And we think that $1 billion for that is a reasonable amount out of what we have and is earning. And if the price moves above that, the user will pick up that difference. And if the price moves below it, then we all benefit.
Caller, good night.
Hello, good night, sir.
My friend, how are thou, Chief?
I am good. When I look at politicians is people you don't really trust.
Aye.
And they have plenty talk. Talk cheap, it's alcohol that is expensive. Listen to me. If they want to get money from back in the agency, why Kamala didn't give an agent to, when you're giving out a house, the agency will see about the fund collecting, and you can't pay the throw you in the road. Why the PNM didn't do the same thing? Give it to an agent and let them show them on the road when they can't pay. It is, and you'll get your money.
Thank you, my friend. So here is viewers. The PM, he also welcomed inflation at 5%, which is lower than US at 9.1% and European countries at 7%. Listen to this and we go talk after.
The levels of inflation in Trinidad and Tobago is considerably less than it is in other countries which are in fact facing the same kinds of challenges that we are facing. Inflation in Trinidad and Tobago today is just over 5%, largely driven by increase in the cost of food items, the cost of fuel, and also the cost of construction materials. Those are the things that have driven our inflation to 5%. But even so, at 5%, we are in among the small number of countries where inflation is 5% or less. Maybe across the whole of Europe, inflation is well above 7% and upwards of 10%. In the United States, it's 9.1%. And in some developing countries, inflation could be 15–20%.
Now, viewers, the PM again warned the population not to take for granted the current windfall in revenues, which was accused by world events such as Russia invasion of Ukraine. So if inflation goes up and they cap it at $1 billion and it crossed that, you know what happening? We had to pay it. We had to pay the excess. Caller, good night.
Hi, good night, Saieed. You know, this fuel subsidy is one of the most equitable forms of distribution of the taxpayers' fund, not government money. That is the taxpayers' money. Now, why this man is going to put cap on that? is because he wants more for himself. Why don't he put this 1 billion he's talking about? Why didn't they go and collect that 1 billion from their supporters in the HBC? Why is it that they don't check how much months they could be in arrears and all these kind of things? You see, there is no sort of equity where the wealth, from the public purse is being distributed. It is only, look at the constituencies who have good roads. Look at the constituencies that have swimming pool. Anytime they are giving out houses and they are, distribution from the public purse, look and see, this is something that would demand a forensic audit and see where the bulk of the money is going. And if that is not, that is misbehavior in public office, why isn't the opposition take steps, to rectify this? Is because apparently in the opposition constituency, this government does not care about them. Look at the kind of roads, look all over, look at the kind of water. If a little, one woman stay in South, if she baby cry, the place flood out. Now these people, they are not doing no cleaning, they are doing no maintenance of the road. I don't know what is it they are doing with the fund. Then this Rowley is going to come and say on the 2nd of September or something, whenever, I'm going to tell you how much money they get, how much was spent and where it was spent. Can anybody believe anything this man said? Remember, he said again, if you are closing your fridge and you didn't hear, the curtain is not going to close. What is it he's doing? What is it this man doing? They are running this country, they come into power on lies, they are governing on lies, and through the grace of God, I hope they get out because of lies. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you, my friend. So viewers, we have come to the end of our Friday night programming for tonight, but our show is not closed. For the next 30 minutes, now I'm going to tell you something. A lot of mothers have called me this week. And a lot of young teenage girls, have called me, even paid me a visit this week. Right? And they want me to continue hosting our Friday night relationship segment on our program. Because they have said to me that aside, now, husband and wife came together. Hey, I can't just give you a figure. But husband and wife called me together for phone and speaker and they said, Saieed, we want you to continue your Friday night relationship segment. They said to me, they said, Saieed, your segment on a Friday night about your relationship topic, it helps educate the society today. It helps educate full-grown women. It helps educate teenagers. It helps educate young adults. It helps educate the couples that is courting together. It helps educate marriage couples together. It helps educate families that go through the bacchanal husband and wife. When they sit down and listen to a program, it helps us. Now I'm going to tell you something. There was this, let me see, for the last 2 weeks, about 8 couples visited me. And they said, Saieed, because of your relationship segment program on a Friday night, things started to work better with them. So by public demand, viewers, by the cries of the mothers and the cry of the couples that is now dating, with the cries of the teenagers, tonight, from now, after this break, right? But when we come back, our topic for tonight is how long does it take before becoming intimate with someone? So viewers, call your friends, call your family, call the young ones who are at a teenager level. Let them know that Real Talk relationship segment is going to start now. And the topic for tonight is how long does it take before becoming intimate with someone? Viewers, we are going for a short commercial break that is paid for by Real Talk Group of Companies. And we'll be right back to continue our relationship segment after this.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Real Talk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Real Talk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Do you want to make the best investment but not sure where to turn? Put your mind at ease and worry no more. Real Talk Group of Companies is giving you a whopping 3.5% interest on your investments. Come on down and visit us today. We have 2 convenient locations just for you. Visit us at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Sipera Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando. Sit back and watch your money grow at Real Talk Investment. Do contact us now at 238-6716, 339-1670, or 242-7690. Our team of professionals are waiting for you. Grab this opportunity and invest today. Real Talk Investment, helping real people make real money. This ad was paid for by the Real Talk Group of Companies Limited.
Are you looking for quick cash and do not know where to turn? We have got the answer for you. Visit us at Real Talk Group of Companies. We are a licensed money lending financial institution. We are located at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas. Our phone numbers are 339-1670, 267-7325 or 238-6716. Contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you.
So Trinidad and Tobago, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. We are in our relationship segment now, but before we go any further, remember I have some vehicles for sale. I just want to throw them out to you. The public, those of you interested, we have a 180 compressor Mercedes-Benz. It is going for $60,000. It's a beautiful ride. It is in proper working condition. It's a Benz. It's a compressor. It's a 180 model. Viewers, it's only going for $60,000. So you can contact me at 238-6716 or 339-1670. Now, we have a Mazda Axela 323, or I mean the Mazda 3. It's an Axela. It is in top condition, viewers. One owner, it's going for $30,000. $30,000. Come down to our office in Carney Savannah Road in Chaguanas and you can check it out. And then we have now this beautiful, exotic looking Range Rover Vogue. Look how beautiful it is. It is a new model, viewers. It's the new model. Now with this model, once you open the door, the side steps, it flares out. When you close the door, the step goes back down under the vehicle. It slides in and it slides out. It's an executive model, viewers. It is now doing 33,000 kilos. The van is like new brand. The price of that is $675,000, viewers. It's an executive model. Those of you looking to buy a Range Rover Vogue, you can contact me. Why bring in one when it's already here? Why bring in one? So viewers, that's it for tonight. Contact me because for sale we have the Benz, we have the Mazda Axela, and we have the Porsche, the Range Rover Vogue. Those of you interested in any one of these vehicles, you can contact me at 238-6716, 239-1670, and come down to my office in Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, and we can work out something. So it's back to our programming tonight. How long does it take before one become intimate with the other one? I want to hear you tonight. 238-6716. All the mothers, all the fathers, the boyfriend, the girlfriend, the courting couple, I want to hear all you tonight. Call your friends, call your family. Because 238-6716 is the phone line to call in tonight. Moms, how long does it take before you were intimate with your boyfriend? Did he have to go home by your parents' house? Were you allowed to go out with him without someone going with you? Ladies, tonight is your night. Now some of you might say, Saieed, you're disrespecting the public. No, we are not disrespecting the public. We are educating the public tonight. At what age? At what age is okay for sex? Is there sex education in school? No. It's only on Real Talk you're getting it. It's only on Real Talk you're getting it. Call her good night. Hello?
Good night.
Go right ahead, you're live.
Yes, Saeed.
Uh-huh.
Question is, how long does it take to get intimate? Well, hear this, right? I, as a girl like this, I don't want to wait no such a lengthy time. I just, put it this way then, I could love you, love at first sight, and things could happen one time. That's just the way it is, you know.
Thank you, my friend.
It all depends.
Thank you so much. After going out with someone, male or female, how long after do you think it is approved to get engaged in sexual activity? I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you. Moms, how long after your daughter dating this individual you think she could be engaged in intimacy? How long after? You see, this is something that needs to be taught in Trinidad and Tobago. This is something that needs to be, it needs to lift up in Trinidad and Tobago because we have no sex education in our country. None. We were the only station, the only program bringing it to you live on a calling program. The only one. Hey, I just lead while others follow, you know. That's why I just do my thing. I just lead while others follow. So I want to hear from you. How long into your relationship you think you should start being intimate? Moms, dads, only boyfriend, the girlfriend who caught in. Are you afraid to call in? No, nobody gonna know your number, nobody gonna know your name. 1 month into the relationship, 2 months, 6 months. How long do you think? My friend, everybody who likes to call in, feel free to call in. This is a topic that you need to call in and you need to educate the citizens. This is what you need to do. So I want to hear from you tonight. How long does it take before one becomes intimate in a relationship? 1 month? 2 months? 1 week? 2 weeks? I want to hear. Tell me. Nobody? Everybody afraid to call in? Nothing. How long you think? 2 weeks? A month? I want somebody call in. Call her, good night.
Hi, good night.
Good night, my dear. You're live.
Good night. I'm calling from Kennedy, Mazda 30K, 30,000.
Oh, you want to view any vehicle? Well, the operator will give you all the information concerning that. But I want to know from you all tonight, at what start, middle, going along? Fathers, when your son start dating this girl, at what part of the relationship you would start telling him about intimacy with his companion? How many fathers teach their son about intimacy? How many fathers in Trinidad and Tobago educate their sons coming to this? How many? Do we have a father who watching the program will call in tonight? Or you all ashamed to call in because of the topic? But when you hear your son get involved with a girl, and the girl get pregnant, and you realize it's a month or 2 months now they're dealing, all hell break loose. But did you sit down and talk with them? Mom, did you sit down and talk with the daughter? Dad, did you sit down and talk with the sons? I'm listening. I am listening. You see, everybody wants to learn, but nobody wants to talk. So I am here now tonight to talk. We want to find out. We want to find out. Teenagers, at what part of the relationship you think it is best to become intimate? 1 week, 2 weeks, a month, 3 months? Call her good night.
Hi, good night.
Go right ahead.
Good night, listeners, and good night to you. I'm letting you know At my age, I was at 17 years when I started.
Intimacy?
At my age, I was 17 years, friend in my Jew.
Mm-hmm.
I engaged her at age 25.
Mm-hmm.
Then I married her a year after that, before I could have intimate with her.
Okay, okay.
So that's how long it takes me before I could have intimate with my wife.
I understand what you're saying. Thank you so much for sharing it. So you see, Trinbagonians, we need to understand. We need to educate our children, our sons, our daughters. That is why I ask you the question tonight. Your son dating a girl, the girl dating a boy. At what span in the relationship do you think they should become intimate? At what part of it? The beginning, the end, then what? 2 months, 3 months, 5 months, 6 months? We can hardly get calls for this. You know why? You know why? I want to hear from the mothers. I want to hear from the dads tonight. How many fathers teaching their son? How many? How many grandfathers will sit down with a grandson and teach them? How many? How many grandmother will sit down with their granddaughter and teach them? Well, girl or granddaughter, you know, you reach 16, you know, you will see a boy you will like, and then all them might want to go out, and then all them might want to touch. How many of you parents teach your children that? All you talk to me. Talk to me. I have one teenage son, you know. One teenage son. And believe me, believe what I'm telling you, I just sit and talk. I just sit and talk. I just do that. So I want to hear tonight, how many of you they sit and teach your kids about that type of thing? How many? Call her good night.
Good night.
Go right ahead, you're live on Real Talk, my dear.
Good night. Saeed, I say after marriage.
After marriage?
Yes, sir.
Now, the reason why I'm asking this tonight, my dear, is because I brought back this topic by public demand, because a lot of moms and dads and grandmothers said, Saeed, we need you to talk about this, because look what's going on in Trinidad. Thank you so much. Look what's going on in Trinidad. People nearly dancing naked. When they go party, they're nearly naked. No, but you are respecting your body. So at what part of the relationship do you think intimacy should come in? Watch man, this reality we talking, you know. This is reality we talking, you know. Youths today ain't waiting till they're married, you know. That is why I ask you tonight, how many moms sitting down with their daughter and talking? How many fathers sitting down with their son and talking? Asking them, well, boy, I hear you have a little thing in school. Or I see you lying in this girl. How things going with all you? All of this go out and line. What type of places all of this go? All this is important. Call her good night.
Saeed, good night.
Go right ahead.
Yes, Saeed, nowadays girls have to be with boys. See, like when you're dating boys, they cannot be too quick into this. The boys will go here, on the corner they meet another one, and this way so girls need to think what they're really doing. I waited about 6 months, 7 months before I have done anything. And I am 41 years married today, and things never fail. You know, my husband, he don't drink, he don't smoke, he don't lie, because I pretend I hated him because I wanted to stay with me, and he never left. Yeah, so this is the advice I could give young girls. nowadays know what they're doing with, because these boys, you can't trust every man. Right? So this is my advice to them.
Thank you so much. We need to educate our children. How much teenage pregnancy do we have in Trinidad? How much? How much families have teenage daughters pregnant? And they stop her from school. They stop her from work. Practically, they stop her from going outside. How many? How many parents have son today? While going to school, teenagers still get a female pregnant. How many? That is why I asked tonight, how many fathers sit down and talk with their son? How many mothers sit down and talk with their daughters? Because teenage pregnancy, let me tell you something, is a critical thing in Trinidad. It is a critical thing in Trinidad and Tobago. Talk to me. If I am talking nonsense, you tell me. But I will tell you something. It's when your daughter come home and she tells you she's pregnant, then you go realize, I should have sit and talk with my daughter. When your son come home and he tell you, well, daddy, you know, me and this girl dating 4 months now, and she 2 months pregnant, we're going to tell the son. What you going and tell the son? Go buy a doctor? Next thing they go buy a doctor now and something happen to the girl. What going to happen? Next thing the girl cannot get pregnant for the rest of her life. What going to happen? This is a serious topic. Caller, good night.
Good night.
Go right ahead, you're live, my dear.
Yes. Well, my days and nowadays is too different.
Correct.
You understand? Now you can't trust no young boys with those young girls. In my days, it was very, very different to nowadays.
No, but moms, I do apologize for calling your moms though.
No, I'm a mom, I'm a granny, I'm a great-grand.
Thank you for the consent. At what age in a relationship, not age, but at what span into a relationship do you think intimacy should become active?
No, but remember, because I have granddaughters too, right? And the eldest granddaughter is 21, and the youngest is 17. Two youngest is 17.
Like you have somebody in the back there mumbling.
Yes. So, you know, I in relationships, I grew up with my husband for a year. And when I come and get engaged, well, then I had an intimacy with him, and we still there together 55 years. And, you know, I never had no problem with them.
I understand. Thank you so much, my dear. So you see, viewers, we need parents to sit and talk with their children. Because when teenage pregnancy become a thing in the house, everybody they start to get, you know, it had this what they call jittery or something like that. They doesn't want the family to know. They go send the girl foreign. Well, the boy, well, they go take up the phone, they go call the boy, well, here what's going on, don't come back by my house because I post something on you. And you know this kind of triple talk going on the road? This family want to kill that family. Oh, you get my daughter pregnant, you couldn't talk to your son. It happens in Trinidad. I just be faced with these things on a daily basis. On a daily basis. And that is why I bring this topic to you tonight. At what part of the relationship do you think intimacy is required? Now we are living in a society today, we are living in a real world where people no longer wait for marriage. I'm being real with you. This is real talk. This is the reality we're facing. But at what part of the relationship it is required? Some would say, well, Saieed, to tell you the truth, me and my girl gone out for about a week, and after that, things start happening. This is the reality of life. What about safety? What about safety? What about safety? So we as parents, I just sit and talk to my son. He's 14. And I just sit and talk with him. Because I want to be open with my son. Anything you want to find out, buddy, come to daddy. Anything you want to talk about, don't feel shame, don't be embarrassed, come and talk to me. Because I want to be a friend to you. I want to be a buddy to you. I want to be somebody who I could hang out with. Come and talk to me. And that is Saieed. That is Saieed. Now, this teenage son that I have, this is the same one. About 2 or 3 years back, they almost tried to kidnap him. This is the same one. So viewers, we have about 2 minutes left on our program tonight, but understand what I'm telling you. Understand. At what age in the relationship you think intimacy should come in? So viewers, within the 2 minutes now, keep in mind, I'm a licensed money lender. You're looking for cash borrow, is not a problem. Contact me, 238-6716 or 339-1670. You're looking for a higher interest on your hard-earned cash. We are offering you 3.5% viewers on a fixed deposit that is set up with our company from 3 years and over. If you use $100,000 on a fixed deposit for 3 years, that is 10.5%. That is $10,500 you're getting at the end of 3 years. Where are you getting it? Only at Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Only here. Remember, if you have gold, you have house, you have land, you have car, you want to use it as collateral, it's not a problem. It's not a problem. Contact me, viewers. Now, like I said, hopefully by the second week in September, our license will be granted. We already had talks with certain individuals already. And we're going to have our credit union up and running. You know, one thing I have to say, I am very bold with the public when it comes to me doing spirit work. Because my workers know me like this. I will just walk up to them. And I will just hit them a little bird whistling. Doodly doodly doo doo doo. And they'll be like, Saieed, we need to talk. Because I would detect your problem. They know me like that. I will walk up to them and, hey, so and so and so, what's going on, ma'am? Saieed, we got to talk. You see, they know I would understand what is going on with them. And they can't lie and they can't hide. That is why they're honest to me. So viewers, we're out of time for tonight, but nevertheless, there's a rerun of this program Monday morning from 11:30 to 12:30 p.m. Enjoy the weekend, be safe, until we meet again. Allah anta bagur ba ala inne sebe karuma. Enjoy the weekend, enjoy the life God gave you, be blessed. Good night.